How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today we're going to be covering a brand new rumor that popped up actually about yesterday from when I'm recording this, and this one is about Gen 4, and it essentially says that it's got Gen 4 Remake Info, and I thought we'd cover it, see what it's all about, see what the deal is, and yeah, just go through it. So if you guys are excited and ready, then drop a like down below. Let's try to get this video to, let's say, 700 likes just for fun, and yeah, let's get started right away. So this rumor kicks off in an interesting manner. Gen 4 Remake Info by Anonymous posted on the 8th of September. New Gen 4 Remake Info. I cannot disclose my sources without incriminating myself. However, just to be upfront, most of the data I got does not fill not with me hope for the remakes, as it seems they will be cutting some corners again. And basically, as we're trying to say here is that, he doesn't have many hopes for it because, well, they're going to be cutting corners again, which honestly sounds pretty standard for Game Freak, let's be fair. When are they not cutting corners? Oh, well, I don't know, prior to X and Y, I'd probably say, but everything past that point has just been corner cutting and, just removing features and just making kind of lackluster games. But that's besides the point. We still love Pokemon, don't we? Either way, games do not have official titles yet, so that's fair. I mean, if it's, still in pretty, early development or even mid-development, I guess the name is not priority. I've heard that, like, name decisions usually tend to be somewhat like one of the last things they do with Pokemon games. Now, I don't know if that's accurate information, but I've heard something like that mentioned before. Currently, no official release date is set. However, project deadline is end of 2021. Currently in early development. Ooh, and are not the next project to be released or announced from the Pokemon company. That's interesting if that is true because, well, most of us are expecting to see Gen 4 remakes next year, right? That's what the biggest expectations are for next year for most of the, Pokemon audience at the moment, I would argue. Gen 4 remakes will use the Gen 8 system. So basically, the engine that is used to make that game, the same way, like if you look at Ruby and Sapphire and then Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, they're very similar. The art style is the same, the sprite graphics are the same, the battles are mostly the same. It's basically, like, just different regions, but using the same system. And that's what they mean here by Gen 8 systems. So the way that Sword and Shield looks like, you can expect the Gen 4 remakes most likely guaranteed to look the same way. I would assume so, right? Next up, games will not feature voice acting. That's pretty self-explanatory. I think most of us know that this is just not going to happen, unfortunately, as much as many of us do want to see this, because that's one of those things that I think Pokemon does need, because if you look at the anime, there is some awesome voice acting there, some really talented voice actors that really bring the characters to life in the animated show, but there is none of that within the video games, which I think is lacking because you have those games that kind of mix voice acting and also like, kind of like just text, right? Like text-based games. Like, look at like, Xenoverse, for example, right? Or Xenoblade, sorry, not Xenoverse, but Xenoblade, right? So that game mixes both like text, as well as speech and voice acting to kind of make like for, a pretty cool mix. So you don't need to have voice acting for everything, but just have a little bit of voice acting here and there for some of the important pieces, I think would be the smartest thing to do, but they haven't done that, so who knows. Next up though, customization will be limited to only changing outfits of the player character, with the player character which will have a default hairstyle and skin options. So fair enough, I guess, it makes sense. I mean, if it's a remake, I'm expecting to play as Lucas and Dawn. I'm not expecting to play as any sort of like custom character because, well, I wouldn't even want that, to be honest. To be frankly honest, I wouldn't even want that because if I'm playing a remake, I want to experience the same way it was then, which was lacking in customization, let's be fair. But I know that some people, a lot of people actually, do enjoy that. So let's be fair, I know it's probably a big audience for those sort of like things and want that. So even if it is there, it's whatever for me, though I would prefer it if it was just, like an original remake of what it originally looked like. Next up, so 2 new nameless NPCs are in the code labeled as rivals next to base game rivals. I'm not sure what they mean by that, but okay. Team Galactic's admin Moss and Jupiter see massive residing in appearance. I mean, I guess, does he mean redesigning? Because he says residing here instead of redesigning, but I guess he's meaning redesigning in appearance, which fair enough. I mean, if they keep the general aesthetic of them, that would be pretty cool and don't make them look too different from what they originally were. I'm cool with that, but I do wonder what he means by massive, because massive in his words could just be color changes on like the hair and stuff, which I guess, yeah, could be pretty massive in terms of the characters, because they had, specific, hairstyles and stuff like that that made them unique in that way, but who knows. Next up, Dynamaxing is in the game's code. However, the first 4 gym leaders do not seem to have Dynamaxing options at their gyms. that sounds pretty standard and pretty straightforward. And also, having that left in the code, I'm wondering, how would you even know how it's left in the code? I mean, I just want to know what that even means. But beyond that, though, yeah, Game Freak leaves a lot of code in their games that just never gets utilized. So, in all fairness, nothing too strange here, to be frankly honest. So, I don't know, what do you guys think about it? But yeah, it is what it is though. However, Safari Zone will be replaced with the Safari area, acting like a mini wild area the size of the Isle of Armor. That is really cool if it is true. I mean, I would honestly love that if that is actually true. Would be fantastic. But again, who knows, man? This is all really iffy, so you never really know. Next up, HM's return. However, there are only 4 now. Ooh, that's weird. Okay, no return of Megas or the Z moves, which, if true, a little bit disappointing, but also somewhat, like, fair enough. No info about the underground, which is sad and worrisome if this rumor is to be believed to be real here. That would be really worrisome if we don't know anything about the underground, because that's one of those side features that was really fun and really, really freaking awesome to have, but really underutilized in all fairness. And for some reason, we haven't seen it like return in future games. That's what I mean by underutilized, right? It's a feature that could definitely be utilized in other Pokemon games really well, and that's kind of why I'm hoping that something like the Underground is going to show up in the Crown Tundra as like a hidden feature that we don't know about. The same way we got following Pokemon, we didn't even know that was going to be in Isle of Armor, but it ended up being there. So I'm hoping there's going to be something like an Underground or something like that for you to go around exploring and having fun in with like friends and stuff through the online play in the, you know, Crown Tundra. But who knows what's going to happen? We'll have to wait and see. So it is what it is. Either way though, so all fossils except Gen 8 fossils are obtainable in-game. Okay, fair enough. Fossils will be obtainable by new digging NPCs found in Orbor City and Mount Coronet and Iron Island. Ooh man, I love the Iron Island. But either way, the Battle Frontier will not be in the game. However, it is slated for development as a separate DLC. No, that is the worst thing you could do. Please don't make the Battle Frontier something that used to be part of the base games, okay? That was just there. I mean, maybe not Diamond and Pearl, but my point is, you know, it's just something that's usually there, right? Emerald, Battle Frontier there. Platinum, Battle Frontier there, right? Like, that's just something that's supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be a DLC. That's what makes it so wrong. If you make it a DLC, that's just wrong, man. It shouldn't be the case. It should just be part of the game because it was there once upon a time. Don't make it a side thing I've got to pay extra money for. Post-game activity, though, replacing the Battle Frontier is in base game, will be like a battle tower-like feature. Honestly, I'm tired of just the basic bog standard battle towers because that's all we've been getting, man. Like, that's literally all we've been getting recently, and they're just not fun, okay? There's not enough uniqueness there. I mean, if it was like the World Tournament, like, you know, from Black and White 2, like, that shit would be pretty cool. But honestly, this is just, I don't know, man. This isn't fun, bro. The battle towers just ain't fun, but maybe that's just me, though. I don't know. Post-game activity replacing the Battle Frontiers in the base game, all right? And no new regional Pokemon forms. Okay, that's fair enough. Makes sense. All Pokemon found in the base game Pokedex will be obtainable in-game across both versions. No info on the National Dex. Only certain legendaries and mythical Pokemon will not be able to be traded into game via Pokemon Home into the base game. Arceus, Heatran, Darkrai, Cresselia, Manaphy, and Phione. So, what I'm seeing here is a lot of them, you know, mythicals, and of course a little bit of legendaries here and there, but mostly mythicals just not being able to be transferred over. But basically, that is the rumor though. So what do you guys think about this? I'm gonna be honest, a lot of this just seems like pretty realistic in all fairness. It doesn't seem too far-fetched. It seems like it's pretty much on track to be on more of the realistic side of things, and I don't know, I just want to know what you guys think about it though. Like, what are your thoughts, what are your opinions? Let me know in the comment section down below, and yeah, that's about it for this rumor, guys. So that is it for today's video, guys. Make sure to subscribe for future videos, leave a like and comment down below. Let's get to 700 likes, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next rumor video. Peace out, bye-bye. I'll see you next time.